Hello friends, in previous sections I have completed with my third main, so 30th question. In today's section I am going to start with the 31st question, in which they are given a theorem has the question. Prove that the length of the tangent drawn from an length of the tangential point to a circle are equal. This is a theorem question which is given directly from the textbook. Here I will show you the direct. Here the theorem, the tangent drawn from the external point to a circle A are equal. B, subtended equal angles at the center are equally inclined to the line joining the centers at the external point. Data, what are given? Given data means what is given. A is the center and B is the external point, and BP and BQ are the tangents, and BP, BQ and AB are the other joint. To prove, what we have to prove? BP is equal to BQ and angle PAB is equal to angle QAB, and we have to prove that PBA is equal to QBA. We have to prove this both the angles are equal. We have to prove this both the angles are equal. Some of the internal angles are equal, some of the exterior angles are equal, and some of the tangents are equal. Proof, statement, reason. We have to give the statement. In the triangle APB and AQB, from these two triangles we are going to prove. Then APB and AQB is equal to 90 degree. The radius drawn from the external contact is perpendicular to the tangent, so that they are equal to 90 degree. Then hypotenuse of AB. Now both the triangles have the same hypotenuse, common side. Then AP is equal to AQ, radius of the same circle. Then the triangle APB is equal to AQB by the RHS theorem. From this we can say BP is equal to BQ by CPCT. Then by triangle PAB are equal, then QAB is equal. Then from this next third point PBA is equal to QAB. This hence QED means hence proved. We have a next question is 32nd question. In this triangle AB and CD are. In this 32nd question we have to prove AB and CD are the arcs. AB and CD are the two concentric circles with center O of radius 21 cm and 7 cm respectively. Then angle AOB is equal to 30 degree as shown in the figure. Find the area of shaded region. We have to find the area of this. So what do you have to find? First the area of AOB and minus COD. First we have to find out the area of sector of COD and area of sector of AOB, then minus it, so that we will get the shaded regions area of sector formula. 32nd question, we have area of sector. We have to find of AOB, area of sector of AOB. We have direct formula theta by 360 degree into pi r square. Then here theta is 30 degree by 360 into 22 by 7 and radius 21 into 21. Theta is equal to 30 degree by 360 into pi 22 by 7 into r. In terms of 2 I have written area of sector AOB. Then the radius is equal to 21 cm, 21 into 21. Then when we cancel 11 into 21 by 2 is equal to 231 by 2 centimeter square. And now we have found the area of sector of AOB. Now we will find out the area of sector of OCD. The formula is theta by 360 degree into pi r square. Now we have theta is equal to 30 degree by 360 degree. The pi 22 by 7 into radius is now 7 centimeter. Now when we cancel 11 into 7 by 6 is 77 by 6 centimeter square. Now the area of as I said, when you find out both, now we have to only find out the area of shaded region. So what we have to find? AOB minus COD. So area of shaded region. Then is equal to area of sector OAB minus area of sector OCD. Now 231 minus by 2 minus 77 by 6 is 693. 693 minus 77 by 6 is equal to 116 by 6. Then we have, when we cancel with two tables, 308 by 3 centimeter square. Then area of shaded region is equal to 102.6 centimeter square. In 32nd question, we have our question. In next question, I'll continue with my 32, that is our question of 32. In the figure ABCD, is a square and two semicircles touch each other at point P. The length of the each semicircle. What is the length of the each semicircle arc is equal to 11 cm. Find the arc area of the shaded region. So that first we have to find out the area of 32 or question. First we have to find out the perimeter of semicircle is equal to pi r. When perimeter they have given is level is equal to pi r, then 22 by 7 r. Then it is equal to r is equal to 7 by 2, that is 3.5. Then we have area of two semicircle. We have to find area of two semicircles, that is pi r square. Then we have 22 by 7 into 3.5 into 3.5. Then level into 3.5 is equal to 38.5 centimeter square. The diameter of circle is equal to side of the square ABCD. Now we have side AB is equal to 2 times the radius. Then side AB is equal to 2 into radius is 3.5, which we have got 3.5. Then AB is equal to 7 centimeter. Then area of square ABCD is equal to side into side, that is 7 into 7, 49 centimeter square. Then area of ABCD minus area of two semicircle, that is 49 minus 38.5. The answer we got is 10.5 centimeters square. 33. Construct a triangle with side 6 cm, 7 cm and 8 cm. Then construct the other triangle whose side are 3 by 4 and corresponding sides of the constructed triangle. They said construct a triangle with 6 cm, 7 cm and 8 cm and the 3/4 of the next triangle. From the first triangle we have to construct the 3/4 of the next triangle. So that first I have drawn a line of 6 cm. Then I have took a compass and I measured 7 centimeter in arc and from point C and 8 centimeter arc. Then they have said 3/4 of the next triangle. So that I have, from this point B, I have marked 4 points such that they cut 4 points B1, B2, B3, B4. And from the B4, I have taken my own. And from the point B4, we have to take an 1 centimeter, which is less than this point, and cut an arc from the B4. And from this point, let's mention an point Q. From the point Q, just take an arc of point like and mention it as point R. From the point R, measure the arc between Q and S. The measure it using a compass. From this value measurement from the point R, cut an arc. Mention the point as T. Then draw the by using a set square and a scale. Mention keep the scale here, and by using set square, draw the parallel line from this arc, and the point of B3 should match. Same way from the point after drawing a parallel line to B4 and C, from the point C you could take an O from the point C and C dash mentioned. From the point C, take as it is, take an 1 centimeter from the compass, cut an arc, mark it as C dash. From the point C dash, take an arc and cut it and mark it as A dash or something, and measure the C dash and P a point, and measure the point in that arc, and from the A dash cut an arc such that the C dash and the point arc point should match, and draw a parallel line such that AC is parallel to A dash and C dash. This is the construction diagram which is given. Next we have fifth main. Answer the following questions. 34th question. Find the solution of the following pair linear equation by the graphical method. These graphs are very simple as we know. Then they are given two equations. 2x plus y is equal to 8. X plus y is equal to 7. This is 4 mark question. So that let's find out the value of 2x plus y has the one equation. Then y equal to x 8 minus 2x. Now when I substitute x and y value for the first equation, first I have given 0, 1, 2. Then I have taken another equation x plus y and I substituted the x value and found out the y value and just marked in the graph. When I mark this graph, then the 2 points are intersecting at 3 by 2. Then what we have to write, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. The graphs are mainly have to be solved. Mainly have to be written in pencil. Then we have to write the scale mainly. X axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Then y axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Then we have to write a point now is equal to 0,8, b 1,8, and the line intersecting at what point we have to mention it carefully. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Then only the examiner will be giving us 4 marks. Next we have 30th. Okay. We have a next question is 35th question. An aircraft flying parallel to the ground in the sky from the point A through point B is observed. The angle of elevation from the aircraft at point A from point on the level is 60 degree. After 10 seconds, the angle of elevation of aircraft B is observed 30 degree at the same point. Find what is the height of aircraft flying if the velocity of aircraft is 648 kilometers per hour. Use root 3 is 1.73. Then they are given as a diagram. With the 35th A question. We have to, they are given velocity is 648 kilometers per hour. Given velocity is 648 kilometers per hour, we have to convert into meters per second. So the 648 into 1000 divided by 3600. We will get 180 meters per second. I have converted velocity into meters per second. After 10 seconds, the velocity of aircraft is equal to 180 into 10. That is 1800 meter. In the diagram, OC is equal to x and OD is equal to 180 1800 meter. Then OD is equal to 1800 plus x. Then from the triangle OAC, angle C is equal to 90 degree. Then tan theta is equal to AC by OC from the diagram. Then tan of 60 degree is equal to H by X. Then tan 60 is root 3 and by X. Then tan 60. Then H is equal to X by root 3. See, when they are giving the hint as use root 3 is equal to 1.373, then we have to know that the root 3 is going to come in somewhere in the place of answer. This is somewhat guess. Then we have triangle ODB is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. Then tan theta is equal to BD by OD. Then tan of 30 degree is equal to H by 1800 plus X. Then tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. Then 1800 plus X. Then 1 by root 3. H into root 3 is equal to 1800 plus X. This becomes an equation 2. Then H by root 3 as equation 1. From substituting 1 and 2, then I am going to get x root 3 into root 3 is equal to 1800 plus x. Then x into 3 is equal to 1800 plus x. Then 3x is equal to 1800 plus x. Then 2x is equal to 1800. Then x is equal to 1800 by 2, that is equal to 900. Then x is equal to 900. Now we have considered h is equal, they want height. Then h we have, what is height we have considered in equation h is equal to x into root 3. Then in terms of x we have to substitute 900, x 900 into root 3. Then the given as the value has 900 as 1.73. Then 900 into 1.73. Then we are going to get height as 1557 meters. We have converted kilometers per hour into meter, so that our main answer is also going to be meters. When you are considering in kilometer, then the answer also will be in terms of kilometer. Just I have considered everything should be converted into simplest form, so that I have converted it into meters per second. Then my answer here has become as in terms of meters. Next I have my 36th question, that is prove that this is a theorem. Prove that if in two triangles corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or proportion, hence two triangles are similar. This is a similar triangle formula. Here is a theorem, a similar criteria formula. If two triangles are equal, then their corresponding sides are proportion. If we are consider triangle A, B, C, D, E, F. From the given data, triangle A, B, C and triangle D, E, F. From the triangle, we prove BAC is equal to EDF. Angle A and D are equal, angle B and angle E are equal. To prove, what we have to prove? The corresponding sides are equal. Corresponding sides are equal. We will prove AB is equal, AB by D are equal, AC by DF are equal, BC by EF are equal. This is what we are going to prove. Then construction, we have to do some construction in each and every theorem. There will be some of the construction parts. So that mark a point G and H in which is perpendicular on AB and AC, such that AG is equal to AH and AH is equal to DF. Join G and H. Statement, proof, statement and reason. From the compare the triangle AGH DEF. From the triangle AGH and DEF, we prove GAH is equal to EDF, which is given in the data. And we have given AG is equal to DE from the construction. Then we say AH is equal to DF from the construction. Then triangle AGH is equal to DEF from the side angles postulate. Then triangle AGH is equal to DEF from CPCT. Then triangle ABC is equal to DEF from the data. From the axiom 1, when these both are equal, then AGH is equal to ABC from axiom 1. Then GH is always perpendicular to BC. From which I say GH is parallel to BS. If corresponding angles are equal, when corresponding sides are equal, then GS is always parallel to BC. In this triangle ABC, AB is equal to AG, then AC is equal to AH, then GH by BC. By correlate of Thales theorem. Hence, AB is divided by D is equal, then AC by DF are equal, then BC by EF are equal. From the triangle AGH is equal to, from this I can say from the triangle when AGH is equal to triangle DEF, then these sides, opposite sides always be equal. This has been hence proved. Next I have my 37th question. A medicine capsule is in the shape of cylinder with two hemispheres stuck in each side of its end. The length of the entire capsule is 14 mm and the diameter of the capsule is 5 mm. Then find the surface area. They are asking us to find how much is the surface area. Then what is the diameter? They are given us the diameter of the capsule. 37th question. The diameter of the capsule, of the hemisphere is equal to 5 mm. Radius, how much is the half of the diameter, then 2.5 mm. Then what is the length? Length of the entire capsule is 14 mm. Then height of the cylinder, how much is the height? Then now just we have to want only the height of cylinder. Then what we have to do? Then when the whole capsule length is 14 mm, then I have to minus the radius of this hemisphere. So in 14 minus 5 mm. So that I will be getting height as 9 mm. Then what is surface? Surface area of capsule, which is having asked in our question. Then what we want? Then CS of hemisphere plus CS of cylinder plus CS of hemisphere, because two hemispheres are found here, then one cylinder, then both of them hemispheres CSA we have to calculate. 2 pi RH plus 2 times pi 2 pi r square, 2 times the hemisphere, then 2 into 22 by 7 into 2.5, 9 into 2 into 2.5, then 2 into 22 by 7 into 2.5 into 40. Then we have 2 into 22 by 7 into 2.5 into 2. Then we get 88 into 2.5. Then surface area of capsule. Our surface area of capsule is equal to 220 millimeter square. Next I have and next 37th or question, in which a right circular cone of height 30 cm is cut and removed in a plane parallel to its base from the vertex from the volume, and the smaller cone is obtained at 1/27th of the volume of the given cone. Calculate the height of the remaining part of the cone. So that in the given question, in the given question 37 or question, R1 radius R1 by R2 are equal and H1 by H2 is equal. This will be considered equation 1. In R1 by R2, in the first they are given a height of a cone which is 30 centimeter. H1 they have given in the diagram, H1 is equal to 30 centimeter. Full cone height they have given 30 centimeter. Then volume of cone is equal to 1/27th of the full cone. Okay, 1/27th of the volume of given cone. Then we have volume of cone is equal to 1/3 pi R1 square into H1. Then 1/27 into 1/3 pi R2 square into H2. Then we have to R1 square into h1 is equal to 1 by 27 into r2 square into h2. Then we have to solve r1 into h1 is equal to 1 by 27 r2 square into 30. Then we have r1 square by r2 square into h1 is equal to 10 by 9, which is equation 2. Then you have to take the equation 2 and substitute in equation 1. Then in which we are going to get h1 by 30 whole square into h1 into 10 by 9 is equal to h1 by 900 h1 whole cube, then 10 by 90, then h1 whole cube is equal to 1000 h1 is equal to 3 times 1000 whole cube, then AB is equal to h1 is equal to 10 centimeter. Then height of the remaining part of cone is BP minus BP is equal to AP minus BP, which is 30 by 10. Then BP is equal to 20 centimeter. Then we have the IBP is equal. I completed my 5th main. Next I have the last question, that is 6th main. Answer the following question, which there is only one question which is correct, 5 marks. Then 38th question, the last question, the common difference of two different arithmetic progression are equal, and a common difference. The common difference between two arithmetic progression are two common difference, means they are saying two different arithmetic progressions are there in which the first term of a first progression means there are two arithmetic progression. There is one a, then a plus d, then a plus 2. 2d. This is one arithmetic progression, and we have another arithmetic progression a b has they consider b plus d, then b plus 2d, and in this first progression, this is on first progression, this is second progression, in which they are saying the first term of the first progression is 3 more than the first term of second progression. If 7th term of the first progression is 28, then 8th term of the second progression is 29, then find the difference between arithmetic progression. As we know, the 37th question, a is equal to b plus